This is SportsCenter Los Angeles.
Kevin Durant back in Brooklyn, but would his return be enough to stave off Joel Embiid and the Sixers? Big Ben hinting at a Hienz Field hurrah while a race for an AFC playoff berth is gridlocked heading into Sunday. And we're less than 24 hours away from the biggest stage in college football. Everything you need to know before Friday's playoff matchups. SportsCenter starts now.
Oh my God, I gotta go do this mayo bath.
This game is more drunk than a bachelorette party down in front of the stage at Honky Tonk Central. I don't know what's going on.
The mayo, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
We have some feelings. Welcome to SportsCenter LA. Stan Brett, Ashley Brewer. It is the eve of New Year's Eve, which means we're getting you ready for the college football playoff games. But first, we're counting down with a few games of our own, Stan.
Exactly. Let's get started in Atlanta with the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. That game featured ACC champion Pittsburgh enjoying its best season since Dan Marino was their quarterback, and a 10-win Michigan State team that was unbeaten and number 3 in the first college football playoff rankings before 2 November losses dropped them from playoff contention. Spartans didn't have All-American running back Kenneth Walker. The Panthers without star quarterback Kenny Pickett. He was up in the booth. They're both getting ready for the NFL draft. So Nick Patty making his second career start for the Panthers. First quarter, they're down 7-0 in the red zone, 3rd and 4. Patty! He's going to get there, but it was costly. You see the finish at the pylon. He got up, grabbing his shoulder, ends up going to the locker room before returning with his arm in a sling. He broke his collarbone on that play. His team tied the game at 7. Second quarter, it's 10-7. Pitt down to the third-string quarterback, Davis Bevell, who had thrown just 4 passes this season, but he hits Jared Wayne for the touchdown. 14-10 Pitt. Pickett digging it. Early third quarter now. Peyton Thorne trying to scramble, but as he's taken down, he coughs it up. Cam Bright has got it. And nothing but daylight in front of him. He's taking it in for the touchdown. He celebrates with a slam dunk. Pitt takes a 21-10 lead. Without Walker, Michigan State had just 56 yards on 36 carries. So Mel Tucker and company had to throw it. They go for it on 4th down. 4th and 6, and Thorne connects with Connor Hayward. The drive's still alive, and then Thorne going to Hayward for the touchdown. It's 21-16 after a failed 2-point conversion. 3 minutes to go. They get it back inside the Pitt 25. Thorne going to Jaden Reed, who gets up to grab it. Thorne, 29 of 50, 354 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to Reed, who made a great catch there for his second. 6 catches, 80 yards for him. Spartans take a 24-21 lead after a successful 2-point conversion. 36 seconds to go. Pitt inside the Spartans 30. Big mistake from Bevell. Cost Pitt the game. Cal Halliday, 78 yards for the touchdown. 21 unanswered points in the 4th quarter for the Spartans. They come from behind to shock Pittsburgh and win it 31-21. 11th win for Mel Tucker and the Spartans. All right, still to come, we'll get you set for the college football playoff semifinals as they get underway on Friday. We got reports on all 4 teams coming up later on SportsCenter.
All right, heading to the NBA. Brooklyn, to be exact. 76ers visiting the Nets. And KD back in action. Kevin Durant playing for the first time since December 16th. Was dealing with some COVID issues. Joel Embiid dealing with no issues. He was off to a hot start. A season-high 22 points in the first half. 8 of 16 scoring, shooting from the field. He was going for his 3rd straight 30-point game. Wouldn't be tough. Second quarter, Nets were down, and Durant gets to work. Hits that jumper. The Nets down 2. Next Nets possession, James Harden get mixed in off the glass. Yes, sir. Harden ties the game, but the Sixers would take a 1-point lead going into halftime. We move to the 4th. This is when it gets fun. Nick Claxton. No. Harden. Yes. Harden would finish with his 6th triple-double of the season. Embiid getting a little chippy. Finishes with the foul. He would make the free throw, and the Sixers are up 3. Next Nets possession, that's Harden, Durant. When those two got it working, yeah, good luck trying to break that up. 33 points from KD. And then Seth Curry to Embiid, and Tyrese Maxey showing off the range. He had 25 in this game. Embiid, watch him just hustling, getting in there. You love to do it against great competitors, too. That's why he's so fired up. Remember a couple weeks ago, he got a little chippy with KD. Embiid would go to the free throw line, and it gets chippy again. What are you doing for New Year's Eve? No, what are you doing? That's probably not what they were saying, but they were trolling each other, waving goodbye, thumbs up and all, but the Sixers would hold on to win 110-102. Now, the Nets are normally tough to beat with Durant and Harden, especially when those guys are getting buckets. Thursday was the fourth time as teammates. They each scored at least 30 points, and the first time that the Nets have lost when that happened. Those 4 such games are tied for the second most by any NBA duo since last season.
Warriors-Nuggets game scheduled for Thursday night in Denver was postponed. It's the 11th game postponed by the NBA this season for COVID-related issues. In this case, it was an outbreak on the Nuggets that left them without the 8 players necessary to play. In addition, Coach Mike Malone and 2 assistants also entered the protocols on Thursday. Golden State's Draymond Green posted his thoughts on the cancellation on Twitter. He said, "How do you continue to cancel games when you've implemented rules to prevent this from happening? Is that not a competitive advantage for other teams? The guys we didn't have due to the protocol list played no role in Tuesday's loss? Pick a side, but don't straddle the fence."
How about a Thursday night trade? The Cavaliers are nearing a trade to acquire Lakers guard Rajon Rondo, and an agreement is expected to be completed as soon as Friday, sources told Adrian Wojnarowski. The sides are working out terms on a deal, but the Cavs actually need to create a roster spot in order to make room for Rondo.
Women's college basketball, unranked Missouri without its leading scorer, Ija Blackwell, because of COVID protocols, and they were 0-8 all-time against #1 teams before they hosted South Carolina in the SEC opener for both schools. 3 minutes to play in the fourth. Missouri up 60-56. Haley Frank with a pump fake and a mid-range jumper. She had 21. She put the Tigers up 6. They're starting to feel it. But here comes South Carolina. They cut it to 4. Zia Cook in transition. She had 10 points, but she shot 4 for 19 in this game. South Carolina as a team just 38%. Next South Carolina possession, Destiny Henderson to Letitia Ami here, who's able to finish. Tie game with less than 2 minutes to go. After a pair of Missouri free throws, Gamecocks down to Aaliyah Boston. Ties it with 21 seconds left. She had 17 and 12 rebounds to lead South Carolina. Missouri, only 8 players available, only 7 played, so you wonder if fatigue would be a factor for them in overtime. Boston from beyond the arc, Gamecocks up 67-64. Under a minute left in overtime. Missouri still down 3. Frank. Missouri down just 1. So now 6 seconds to go. Hanson getting there and finishing. She had 21 as well. Just enough room to get it in. She gets the roll. Tigers up 1. They reviewed it, so they put 1/10 of a second back on the clock. So a final chance for the Gamecocks. They get it to Boston, who makes the shot, but she didn't get it off in time. And Missouri upsets undefeated South Carolina 70-69. They carry their coach Robin Pinkston off the floor.
You know, honestly, it's pretty emotional. I'm just so proud of these girls. I appreciate Mizzou Nation showing up, but just the grittiness and the toughness that, you know, these 8 showed up with.
Were you surprised at all with how well Missouri played with 5 girls out tonight?
No, I mean, no. I mean, that's how they play. That's how they play. I mean, they've played that style of play for years. They always give themselves a chance to win, you know, when you consistently play that way.
It was Missouri's first win in program history, again, against an AP #1 team, and it was a stunner. South Carolina had won 43 straight against unranked teams. That was the longest active streak in the nation entering Thursday.
We have some big coaching news. First reported by The Athletic, confirmed by ESPN. San Antonio Spurs assistant and WNBA legend Becky Hammon are finalizing a landmark deal to become the new head coach of the WNBA's Las Vegas Aces. She's expected to sign the richest deal for a head coach in league history. Hammon had been an assistant coach for the Spurs since 2014. That's when she became the first full-time female assistant coach in NBA history. Exactly 1 year ago, Thursday, Greg Popovich was actually ejected from a game, making Hammon the first female acting head coach in a regular season NBA game. Hammon was also a 6-time WNBA All-Star and had her jersey retired by the San Antonio Stars, who just so happened to now be the Las Vegas Aces.
Hi, I'm Alesso.
And I'm Katy Perry. We're getting you set for the college football playoff showdown between Georgia and Michigan.
This is our new single, When I'm Gone.
As hard as it was to finally get here, the toughest challenge lies ahead. Two historic teams, but only one was made for this moment.
This team will be defined by what we do now. Georgia got it better than us.
Alesso and Katy Perry's music video for When I'm Gone premieres at halftime of the College Football Playoff National Championship game Monday, January 10th, only on ESPN. Michigan safety Daxton Hill is in South Florida, but there are questions about his availability Friday against Georgia. Jim Harbaugh explained only that Hill was working through something right now. Harbaugh said he expected to know more about Hill's availability later on Thursday, but there was no update. Hill was an all-Big Ten pick and was second on the team in tackles this season. You know, Aiden Hutchinson and that defensive line get much of the headlines, and rightfully so, but Hill, a key part of Michigan's defense, he's played the most snaps, is tied for the team lead in interceptions and pass breakups, and as we mentioned, second in tackles. Here's what both coaches were talking about on Thursday.
I mean, I'd do it for free. I would do this job for free. Just love it. So whether it's the first day, first game, or position we're in now, we're really happy about that. I guess I just enjoy the ride the whole time. It doesn't matter what day it is. I mean, it's enjoyable to be working on football.
It's an awesome opportunity, being able to be a part of a lot of big games like this on the CFP stage and then back in the BCS stage, and just watching the guys play. It's memories for a lifetime. As a coach, you hope to be back. As a coach, you've been here before, but it's the players that it's really about. I mean, it's about these guys enjoying it and going out and competing and making memories of a lifetime, and just thankful for the opportunity that college football gives us.
Now, few expected Michigan to reach the playoff after entering the season unranked. One thing that's helped is that they won a couple of games they weren't supposed to. Prior to this season, Michigan 0-11 under Jim Harbaugh as an underdog. We have reports on both teams, beginning with Marty Smith, who's with the Wolverines.
I spoke with Michigan quarterback Cade McNamara about how last season's 2-4 effort shaped this season's 12-1 effort. He said it was paramount. It demanded of every single person in the Michigan program to look in the mirror and reflect on what had to change. And he said what had to change was effort. What had to change was attention to detail and emphasis on brotherhood. Part of that emphasis is a new player leadership council that became a conduit between the locker room and Coach Harbaugh. McNamara said that made them feel more heard. Now, what does he have to do to beat Georgia? He said, I don't know how many times I'm going to have to check. I don't know how many passes I'm going to throw, but I am confident no matter what Georgia throws at me, I can handle it. Speaking of Georgia, let's head over to the Bulldogs and Holly Rowe. Holly?
Thanks, Marty. As Georgia tries to put the final touches on their preparation, they did have a final walkthrough, and then they have gone to their hotel for what they call skull sessions. They've been doing this all season long, and it's something they do as a team to get connected, to have guys really think about, write down, and process what is their why. They are determined that if things go bad or wrong in the game, that they don't start pointing fingers and that they start to help each other and stay connected. They're also having a lot of fun. They've got their game lounge, their pinball machines, ping pong tables, but most importantly, they've got a barber. They brought in Steven Scissorhands, the official team barber of the Miami Dolphins, to make sure everyone feels right before the game.
SportsCenter on the road is presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Coming up on SportsCenter from LA, the College Game Day crew is in Miami to preview the semifinal games. Herbie and Dez explain who their key players are for Friday. And the AFC postseason chase is tighter than ever, while the Hall of Fame revealed a new batch of nominees. The clock is ticking for Big Ben's career in Pittsburgh. Hear what the Steelers quarterback had to say about Monday's possible home finale as SportsCenter continues.
Hitting the road? Not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more interstate highway miles with 5G than Verizon.
You're simply the best.
T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network.
I gotta know who oven baked my bacon. Who did it? Tyler. Come on over here, man.
Oh, wow. Ow. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Jake from State Farm. Thanks for the great rate on my insurance, man.
Wait, I said Byron got the Patrick price? Thought that was our thing.
Thanks for the killer rate, Jake.
Shreddy Betty got it too?
Patrick, State Farm offers rates that fit anyone's budget, even my man handstand.
Thanks again, Jake. Up top.
I'm gonna go work out these fillings.
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
I am the most famous person in the entire world. Man, I'm still broke.
Experience the global phenomenon that has the whole world cheering.
I mean, when you put it like that.
Rated PG-13, now playing exclusively in movie theaters.
Look at this place. Pristine beaches, exotic wildlife. It's about time we got a real vacation. What the? Well, that's terrifying. Okay, none of this was in the brochure.
Humans, so fragile.
Rated T for teen.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep. 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat. And the pizza plus another pizza.
The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
Not again.
Oh no.
For the gifts you won't forget, the Mercedes-Benz Winter Event. Get a credit toward your first month's payment on select models.
Now, only one movie will give theater audiences something to shout about. Come on. The King's Man, rated R, now playing only in theaters.
We built the Redfin app to help you win, with every detail designed to get you into your dream home fast. Our listings update every 5 minutes, so you can get alerts on your phone every time a new home hits the market. Schedule a tour when it works for you, even the same day, and see homes before other buyers. You can even find a local Redfin agent right in the app to help you close the deal. In the housing market, every second counts. Find your next home fast with the Redfin app.
Not all 5G networks are created equal. It's clear to see. T-Mobile is the leader in 5G. T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network.
Almost half my life I've been here.
Pittsburgh Steelers select Ben Roethlisberger.
Give Steeler fans everything I have.
Big Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger is Houdini.
He throws to the end zone. It is caught. It is caught.
Ben dives for the goal line. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ben hit the chalk.
The Pittsburgh Steelers are Super Bowl champions.
To be able to come back on that last drive, probably a drive that will be remembered for a long time, at least in Steeler history.
I still love this game. I'm still having fun doing it after all these years, and that's all that matters.
The Steelers are fighting for a playoff spot. They have the Monday Night Football spotlight against the division rival, the Browns, who ended their season last year in the playoffs. And now Ben Roethlisberger has added another layer of meaning to that game Thursday when he said it could likely be his final regular season home game with the Steelers. There's been plenty of talk about his impending retirement, reportedly some from Roethlisberger himself to those close to him. And his contract with the Steelers is voidable after this season. So it seems all but certain now.
I don't ever speak in definites or guarantees. That's just not what I've ever done or who I am. But, you know, looking at the bigger picture, I would say that all signs are pointing to this could be it. Regular season, that is. I know we still have a chance to potentially get a playoff game there if things fall our way and we take care of business and things have to happen. But in the grand scheme of things, in terms of regular seasons, signs are pointing that way. This could be it.
He's won 97 games at Hienz Field in his career, fourth most by any quarterback at a single venue in NFL history. The only quarterbacks with more are Tom Brady at Gillette Stadium, John Elway at Mile High, and Brett Favre at Lambeau Field.
The last decade has brought plenty of surprises in football. Tom Brady saying goodbye to New England and winning a championship in his first year in Tampa Bay. The city of L.A. got not one but two NFL teams. And the Raiders, they're home in Sin City now. These are what some would call unprecedented times. Take this season, for instance. For the first time in a decade, the NFL has a conference with one team in the playoffs with 2 weeks to play. That'd be the AFC. And as Diana Rossini tells us, it's anyone's game.
The NFL playoff chase this year has been more like gridlock. Entering the final 2 weeks of the season, 24 teams are still mathematically in the race, matching the second highest total in 31 years. And nowhere is the traffic more congested than in the AFC, where the Chiefs are the only team to clinch a playoff spot so far.
Something tells me I got my swagger back. Oh, baby!
It's the first time in 10 years that a conference has only had one team in with 2 weeks to play. Week 17 should provide more separation, with the Bills, Titans, Colts, and Patriots all carrying a greater than 95% chance to make the playoffs and opportunities to clinch on Sunday.
He fires, and it is caught by T. Higgins. Burrow's fourth touchdown pass of the game.
The Bengals, taking advantage of a 4-game slide in Baltimore, have the inside track in the AFC North, carrying a 73% chance to win the division. Cincinnati can clinch with a win.
And the Dolphins have themselves a 7-game winning streak.
Miami's Monday night win has the Dolphins idling with 3 other teams at 8 and 7. Alongside the Ravens, Raiders, and Chargers. Of those teams, the Chargers have the best chance to make the playoffs, currently at 34.8%.
Herbert sets his feet, takes a shot downfield, touchdown, Chargers!
There are 73 different combinations of first-round playoff matchups possible in the AFC. While the Chiefs sit in pole position, the rest of the AFC's race to the finish promises to deliver more drama in Week 17.
Well, lucky us, there are 6 games this week between AFC teams. The Patriots are the biggest FPI favorite against the Jags. New England can clinch a playoff berth with a win and either a Raiders or Dolphins loss. The Colts, Titans, and Bengals are all in with a win, while the Broncos, Chargers, Browns, and Steelers are fighting for their playoff lives. And the world lost a football icon on Tuesday when John Madden passed away at the age of 85. This weekend, the NFL will honor a man who loved the game unlike any other. Commissioner Roger Goodell announced Thursday that the NFL will hold a moment of silence before all of its Week 17 games for the Hall of Fame coach and broadcasting legend.
All right, next stop is Nashville for the Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl. Purdue taking on Tennessee. There was some controversy late in this game. You will see why shortly. Let's pick it up with 5:12 to play. Boilermakers trailing 31-30. They got a 36 from their own 38. Aiden O'Connell to his tight end Payne Durham over the middle. Durham wrapped up, but Tennessee can't get him to the ground. And he just keeps going. Woo. Carries 2 defenders into the end zone. What a great individual effort from Durham. Get out of those tackles, get into the end zone. 2-point conversion was good. 38-31 Purdue. O'Connell threw for 534 yards and 5 touchdowns. But we did throw 3 interceptions. First play after the touchdown for Tennessee, Jabari Small up the middle, cuts back outside. Ooh. He's going to take it all the way down to the 5-yard line. But you like offense, this was your game. The 2 teams combined for almost 1,300 yards, the second most in any bowl ever. 4th and goal, Tennessee going for it. Hendon Hooker to Cedric Tillman. Tillman 7 catches, 150 yards, 3 touchdowns, 38 apiece. Next Purdue drive, just over 3 minutes left. O'Connell to Brock Thompson. Makes the catch. His defender goes down, and Thompson off to the race. A 70-yard touchdown. He had 7 catches, 217 yards, 2 touchdowns. He was the MVP. And check this out. He needs surgery on both knees this offseason. Purdue retakes the lead. But here comes Tennessee. Hooker to Jalen Hyatt to tie the game. Hooker had 5 touchdowns, most for a Tennessee quarterback since 2012. Now, here's a controversial play. They went to overtime. Tennessee 4th and goal from the 1. Their offense on the field. Jalen Wright appears to reach the ball over the goal line, but his forward progress rule stopped. They reviewed it. They upheld the call, but you take a look at it here, and it looks like he got the ball across the line before anything ever touched the ground. There it is right there.
Oh, yeah.
They explained it to Josh Heupel, but he didn't like the answer. So Purdue needs just a field goal. Mitchell Finneran will take care of that from 39 yards out. And Purdue wins it 48-45. Celebration on for Jeff Brom and the Boilermakers as they drop the SEC to 1-5 this bowl season.
Coming up on SportsCenter, go LeBron, it's your birthday. He turned 37 on Thursday, and we look back at the King's career and potential milestones that come ahead.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals.
Aren't others doing that?
Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $1,000 off our most popular smartphones.
Someone you can rely, who's always on your side. That's why there's Nationwide. That's why there's Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side.
Everything you've seen me do was made possible by what you don't see. Because when you're not looking, I go to work. Strength isn't a given. It's grown. It's earned and tested. We all have the strength to see what's possible. It's up to us to unlock it. Tonal, be your strongest.
I gotta know who oven baked my bacon. Who did it? Tyler. Come on over here, man.
Oh,
wow. Ow.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Welcome to Allstate, where our new lower auto rates are worth celebrating. Now get new lower auto rates. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
Superstition ain't the way.
This place is going to be rocking.
I just came back for the win.
We're faster.
We're stronger. Success is the best revenge. Better than ever before. Don't get it mistaken. I'm ready for war. I see the house and I'm up in the score. I just came back for the win. They say success is the best revenge.
Oh, man. All out of bourbon. Looks like one of us is gonna have to go to the store.
Or we can get drinks delivered fast with Drizzly. Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes. Plus, Drizzly lets me shop from multiple stores in my area and compare prices on thousands of products.
Drizzly.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
Had enough? No, arthritis. Here, Aspirin arthritis.
Huh. Full prescription strength. Reduces inflammation. Thank the gods.
Don't thank them too soon.
Kick pain in the Aspirin.
Did you know that many Americans end up overpaying for insurance because they never compared rates and coverage options? Introducing USA Family Protection, where insurance companies compete for your business. Visit usafamily.com or call today.
Take what belongs to you.
Who got it better than us? Nobody! How about the
It's not about what you've done, it's about how you finish.
No matter how you want to watch Friday's semifinals, we got you covered. Our MegaCast has several different presentations, from the Command Center to the SkyCast view from above to the All-22, or you can even listen to your team's local radio synced with ESPN's presentation. No shortage of options. Now, to get you ready for Friday's action, let's check in with the College Game Day crew.
Alabama.
It's about what you're willing to do to get it.
Michigan.
The long drought is over.
Cincinnati.
That's all I got to say.
Georgia.
You're going to take what belongs to you.
Welcome to the College Football Playoff.
SportsCenter on the Road is presented by Rocket Mortgage, closing in on the College Football Playoff semifinals. One of them played in the greater Miami area in the Orange Bowl, Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens, and Georgia ready to attack the day. Bulldogs unloading the equipment. Michigan, though, meanwhile, watch this guy get. He is attacking, unloading the equipment with an enthusiasm unknown to mankind. Michigan and Georgia getting set to face off for the first time since 1965, and the first time anywhere other than Ann Arbor. Reese Davis, Kirk Herbstreit, and Desmond Howard here. We'll talk plenty about Georgia and Michigan. So compelling in that game, but the first college football playoff semifinal will be in the Cotton Bowl in Arlington, Texas. Alabama and Cincinnati. Crimson Tide and Bryce Young without John Mechie, but there are other playmakers they'll have to rely on in this game.
They have a lot of playmakers on the offense, but how do you replace John Mechie? I'm talking about 96 receptions, over 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns, but you start with the Heisman Trophy winner Bryce Young, and that man right there, Jamison Williams, I mean, he's a game breaker, super fast, show his speed in the SEC championship game, and I think they're going to rely heavily on their tight ends too, and don't forget about Robinson Jr., the running back in the running game, so they have a lot of weapons that they can go to.
And Des, if you're Cincinnati, it's not just the defense trying to stop that offense. Let's be honest. It's Desmond Ridder. His ability to make plays, hit seam routes downfield. Remember, Alabama at times had issue on the back end, but this is the X factor part that Ridder brings to the table. His ability to create, not just to take off and run, but buying time and attacking that Alabama secondary by using his athletic ability and his arm.
Yeah, it's really interesting. The outside guys in the offensive line for Cincinnati, that's where they think they can attack. The interior guys maybe a little bit stronger. 7-point underdogs, which both teams are in these two playoff games. Both Michigan and Cincinnati just 2-8 all time in winning the game. So in the game that we'll see here, Michigan and Georgia, Michigan about a touchdown underdog. But Georgia comes in here, questions about Stetson Bennett. But what will really help Stetson Bennett is if they're able to run the ball some against Michigan.
100%. That's who they are. That's their DNA. They want to establish the line of scrimmage, and they want to run the ball. They have two fantastic running backs. I really like James Cook. I mean, he has some wiggle. He can make you miss out in space. They're going to use him in various ways to make sure they include him in the passing game. And then Zamir White. I mean, this guy right here, look at that speed on the edge. That 1-2 punch that they have, I think, is very dynamic. And then sets up the play-action game. But guy Cook is to me, he's the difference maker in the backfield, Kirk.
Yeah, he sure is. He can do so many different things. And here comes Michigan. You see that number 2 next to that. The reason they have that ranking is this defense. Aiden Hutchinson, to me, the top player in college football this year. The defense played with an attitude, a confidence that's been lacking in Ann Arbor for years. Look at them, the way they fly to the football. New defensive coordinator Mike McDonald has these guys believing in one another. They play with passion. They want to get Georgia behind the sticks to get them to 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, and then turn loose that defense to get after him.
Mike McDonald, who went to Georgia, started his coaching career at Cedar Shoals High School just outside of Athens or greater Athens area. It's a chance to get to go against his hometown team, one of the college football playoff semifinals. Alabama and Cincinnati will start it on New Year's Eve at 3:30 Eastern time. Then the Wolverines and the Dogs in prime time from Miami.
How about a battle of the Carolinas in my least favorite condiment bowl? It's the Mayo Bowl. Mac Brown and Shane Beamer each taking on each other. And here's their takes on mayo. All right. Beamer's like, I'm not a big mayonnaise guy. I mean, I'll gladly take one for the team. on that one if it means we won a football game, but woof. Woof is how I feel. And Coach Mack, I love him to death. He said, if we won a game, I'd let someone hit me in the face with a frying pan.
Or like a ham or turkey sandwich. I'm good with mayo.
Ooh, it's so like squishy. I don't know, and it tastes weird. That's not weird, though. That's DeCarrion Joyner to Jaheim Bell into the end zone for a 69-yard beauty of a touchdown. South Carolina up a touchdown. And then they just keep on working. Zeb Noland, remember, he was actually on the coaching staff to start the season. He finds Bell, and this one would get away from him. South Carolina would win 38-21. You get a Gatorade bath, and you get a mayo bath. That's your wish, Coach. Woof. Woof, to be exact. Hey, it's not Mill Ave, but it's still a party because it is Sin City, Arizona State, and Wisconsin in the SRS Distribution Las Vegas Bowl. Opening possession for Arizona State. That's Jaden Daniels dropping back, fires, and hey-oh, that's not your teammate. That's John Torchio. The #1 ranked defense in the country delivers early. And then John Chanel just cruises into the end zone. Wisconsin takes a 7-0 lead. Later in the first, Graham Mertz takes his time, and with a bomb to Jake Ferguson. Where is your defense? We've got one. Do you have one? So Wisconsin takes a 20-6 lead. Now to the third. That's Danielle Ngata taking the handoff. Gotcha. Arizona State cuts that lead to 20-13. Early in the fourth, same score. Daniels trying to keep things going, trying to keep the drive alive, and he is chased down, no chance. That's Nick Herbig with a big game-clinching sack. Wisconsin holds Arizona State to 219 total yards of offense, and they win.
Bucks in Orlando looking to extend their win streak to 5 games. They had won their last 10 against the Magic, including one just Tuesday night. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton working well together in the first half. Middleton up top for Antetokounmpo. Bucks up 9. Just over 5 minutes remaining before halftime. This time it's Antetokounmpo to Middleton, who was 3 for 7 from 3. He had 22. Bucks up 63-51 at the half. Third quarter. DeMarcus Cousins contributing off the bench. 5 for 7 from the floor in his 16 minutes. Scored 13 points in the third quarter. Wound up with 15 for the game. Into the fourth. Bucks have already put up 118, but Drew Holiday didn't think that's enough. He was 8 of 11 from the floor, had an efficient 25 points and 7 assists, and then Antetokounmpo, 33 points, 12 boards. Milwaukee's top 3 players weren't big. They were huge. They combined for 80, and Milwaukee had 4 others in double figures.
I want to say a big happy birthday to LeBron James. He enters his 37th birthday with some history. Let's go. More than 36,000 career points, by far the most points in NBA history before a player's 37th birthday, and that ranks 3rd overall, regardless of age, behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Karl Malone. Now, LeBron is aging like a fine wine, like a good glass of Cab. He's averaging nearly 30 points per game this month. With 33 points Friday against Portland, he'd surpass Michael Jordan as the oldest player in NBA history to average 30 points in a month. And he's been even better as of late, recording 6 straight 30-point games, his longest streak in nearly 9 years. He's averaging 35 points over that span. That's the most in NBA history in a 6-game span by a player 35 or older. Here's what lies ahead for LeBron as a 37-year-old. He's less than 900 points away from passing Karl Malone for 2nd on the all-time scoring list, and he'll likely reach the top later on the season. Currently 8th on the all-time assist list, he could move into the top 4, passing names like Oscar and Magic, and later this season, he'll become the first player ever with 10,000 rebounds and assists. The king.
So to come on SportsCenter, Alabama and Cincinnati will duel it out in Texas Friday. Laura Rutledge and Molly McGrath with reports from both teams as we inch closer to kickoff. That's coming up on SportsCenter.
Welcome to the club.
What's going on?
Get your arms up.
Hours of operation, whenever you need to feel good. The club has no dress code.
You got this.
No rules of decorum. Pets are allowed.
Now we're squad jumping up a storm. Quick.
You don't have to show your card at the door.
Breathe naturally.
There is no door to the club. There is no ceiling. And if you have 10 minutes,
Come on.
20, 30,
Yes.
and if you're wearing one of these, let's go.
Jake from State Farm. We got to talk.
Yeah, it turns out you guys give everyone great rates.
I'm aware.
Well, then how come this entire time we've been calling it the Patrick price?
I've literally never called it that.
Yeah, you call it the Rogers rate, which is cool. But it's a pretty inaccurate name when Stevie gets it, too.
We offer great rates to fit anyone's budget.
You should just say that next time.
It's the first time I heard about it.
For surprisingly great rates that fit any budget, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call or click to get a quote today.
Look at this place. Pristine beaches, exotic wildlife. It's about time we got a real vacation. What the? Well, that's terrifying. Okay, none of this was in the brochure.
Humans, so fragile.
Rated T for teen.
Made your choice?
You're simply
Get 5G coverage that goes yard. T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network.
Who is this who enters unannounced? No damn well. I intend to rule with respect.
Fear is a sure bet.
The Book of Boba Fett, now streaming.
Just take it slow. Slow.
Mom?
Wow. And they'll check them both for free.
Yes.
Fix Finder, the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes.
Ready!
There's something special about you, son.
You put the ball in my hands, and we will win.
What a show!
American Underdog, rated PG.
Whoa, guys, did you know that your body naturally loses a little more testosterone every year? It's like a long, slow tire leak. Ageless Mayo is the #1 brand for boosting your testosterone levels. And now, with the Pro T series, you'll also boost your fat burning, promote focus, and increase your muscle strength. Regular testosterone boosters can't do all this. Find Ageless Mayo Pro T only at Walmart and be the man you want to be.
Hungry Root is here, and I needed it because my fridge is super empty.
I'm gonna open the box. That's the exciting part.
Hungry Root came through.
And my refrigerator is packed.
Capital One knows there's no games like bowl games. Capital One Bowl Mania on the ESPN networks, ABC, and streaming live on the ESPN app.
Join Peyton and Eli on ESPN2 as they welcome special guests and break down the game as only they can.
I enjoyed much more the ones I played against Peyton and Eli.
I enjoyed all our games, Tom.
Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli at 8 on ESPN2.
Welcome back to SportsCenter. Ashley and Stan, and this Cotton Bowl is going to be a good one. Bama, Cincy. This is the 5th time Alabama has been the top seed in the playoff. In the inaugural playoff back in 2014, the Tide were one and done, losing to Ohio State. Ezekiel Elliott ran for a Sugar Bowl record 230 yards for the Buckeyes. 2 years later, Bama cruised to a 24-7 win over Washington in the semifinals. And then in the championship, Deshaun Watson and Clemson overcame a 10-point fourth-quarter deficit to dethrone the Tide. Then in 2018, Bama jumped out to a 21-0 lead against Oklahoma to reach the title game. Then, once again, Clemson and Trevor Lawrence leading the way was there waiting and spoiled yet another title for Bama. And then, finally, during the 2020 season, Bama cruised to a semifinal win over Notre Dame before dominating Ohio State to win the championship. It's the only time as the top seed that Bama has gone on to win the title. And it doesn't come easy, says Nick Saban.
You know, it's always challenging when you come off of winning a championship for, players to have the same sense of urgency to prove something. But because we were young, I think it just took a while for us to get everybody on the right track.
Was this a test of your patience?
I don't have any patience, so anything that happens is a test of my patience. including sitting in this chair right now.
We've been on some of those stages. I'm not saying we've been, in a Cotton Bowl stage like this in the playoffs, but, playing at Notre Dame this year, I think was big for us at handling, just all the hype around it, and through some of the other things that, the ups and the downs that we had kind of in that middle part of the season, just happened to handle some expectations. And a lot of those things I think are a build up for where we are today. And hopefully we'll be able to draw upon all those things to help us here tomorrow afternoon.
Well, this is certainly a David versus Goliath type matchup. Alabama's favored by 13.5 points at Caesars Sportsbook. That's the third largest favorite in a college football playoff game. Each of the previous three largest favorites, which was Alabama each time, won the game by double digits. Hey, not everybody's counting Cincy out, at least not the New York Post. Their headline reads, Cincy-rella. I believe in them. They've been scary all season. Watch out, Nick Saban. Here's Laura Rutledge with more on the Crimson Tide.
The #1 Alabama Crimson Tide are taking it easy at their hotel tonight as they prepare for the Cotton Bowl against Cincinnati, having position group meetings earlier and then heading to bed as they'll wake up sometime around 9:30, the official wake-up time ahead of tomorrow's game. They got some good news on the injury front, as in the secondary. Jalen Armour-Davis will return. He's practiced all week long and feeling good. Technically a game-time decision, but they expect him to be out there. Also, their running back, Brian Robinson, who was hampered in the SEC championship game, is almost 100%, and they feel he'll be key in their run game against a Cincinnati team that they think they need to run the ball against heavily.
Cincinnati quarterback Desmond Ridder is using their underdog status to motivate his teammates. He took his offensive line out to a nice steak dinner last week and brought up all of the negative media attention surrounding their team and mentioned the David versus Goliath comparison and said, no one believes in us, but I believe in us and I trust you guys. I hope you trust me that I will give it my all in this game. He told them to look at this matchup against Alabama's defensive line as an opportunity to prove everyone wrong, and head coach Luke Fickell said that battle between his offensive line and Alabama's defensive front is the single most important matchup in this game.
SportsCenter on the road is presented by Rocket Mortgage.
Edge rusher DeMarcus Ware, wide receiver Andre Johnson, and return specialist Devin Hester are all finalists for the Pro Football Hall of Fame's class of 2022. Each one is in his first year of eligibility. Combined, they were selected to 20 Pro Bowls. As many as 5 of the finalists will be selected next month for enshrinement next year in Canton. Ware, Johnson, and Hester are 3 of the 15 finalists announced on Thursday. In addition to those 3, 2 other receivers are finalists in Torrey Holt and Reggie Wayne. And former Jaguars tackle Tony Baselli is a finalist for the 6th time, the most of any player in this year's group.
He baked it in! What can you say? Da-da-da, da-da-da. Tell ESPN, replay me every day. I'm a top 10, top 10, top 10.
SportsCenter Top 10.
Tis the season to break tradition in a Cadillac. Don't just put on a light show, be the light show. Make your nights anything but silent and ride in a sleigh that really slays. Because in a Cadillac, tradition is yours to define. So visit a Cadillac showroom and start celebrating today.
This holiday season, remember the trick. The one that lets you skip the line and get your finger-licking chicken finger-licking quick.
It's finger-licking quick.
White bread, 2 scoops of canned fish. And with Instant Karma, it's the best sandwich ever. Because it's free. When you pay with Credit Karma Money, you could win Instant Karma, only from Credit Karma Money.
So at AT&T, everyone gets our best deals. Aren't others doing that? Others say that, but not everyone gets the best deal. Like, what if I give you a lollipop? Then I give you our best lollipop.
That's not fair.
At AT&T, we think it's only fair that all customers get our best deals. And you get a choice of plans.
She said everyone.
It's not complicated. Only AT&T gives both new and existing customers our same best deals, like up to $1,000 off our most popular smartphones.
I gotta know who oven baked my bacon. Who did it? Tyler. Come on over here, man.
Oh, wow. Ow.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
We built the Redfin app to help you win, with every detail designed to get you into your dream home fast. Our listings update every 5 minutes, so you can get alerts on your phone every time a new home hits the market. Schedule a tour when it works for you, even the same day, and see homes before other buyers. You can even find a local Redfin agent right in the app to help you close the deal. In the housing market, every second counts. Find your next home fast with the Redfin app.
The Pac-12 champion Utes and the Buckeyes collide in the granddaddy of them all. The Rose Bowl game presented by Capital One Venture X. New Year's Day at 5 on ESPN.
What are we doing here?
Scotty, college athletes can get paid now, man. I'm going back.
Oh, don't go back. Repeat after me. Watch ESPN on Hulu Plus Live TV.
Watch ESPN on Hulu Plus Live TV.
Cash and checks, kid.
Unwrap a world of imagination with 14 new queens who are all game to play. Are you ready to roll the dice?
And may the best drag queen spin.
With so many twists and turns, you never know who will snatch the crown. For the first time in history, a one-of-a-kind candy bar could make a queen's wish come true. Hope you saved room for dessert.
RuPaul's Drag Race. New season Friday, January 7th at 8 on VH1.
Unwrap a world of imagination with 14 new queens who are all game to play. Are you ready to roll the dice?
And may the best drag queen spin.
With so many twists and turns, you never know who will snatch the crown. For the first time in history, a one-of-a-kind candy bar could make a queen's wish come true. Hope you saved room for dessert.
RuPaul's Drag Race. New season Friday, January 7th at 8 on VH1.
It's Thursday, and we have some plays. We're counting them down. Top plays. Let's go. Number 10. We're going hashtag college hockey. Michigan Tech, Michigan State tied at 2 in OT. And Jesse Tucker to David Gucciardi. Gucciardi, I know who loves that. Bucci-ardi. Michigan State wins.
Number 9, Cavs and Wizards. Evan Mobley. Almost looked like Dr. J.
Ooh.
And he's much taller. Cavaliers went down to 110-93 thanks to 29 from Bradley Beal in his return.
Number 8, Tennessee, Purdue, the Music City Bowl. Play that music. My goodness, Aiden O'Connell catches that low snap, finds Garrett Miller for the 25-yard diving catch. Unbelievable catch right there.
Number 7, Magic and Bucks, Wesley Matthews to DeMarcus Cousins. Another look at it. Fancy. More from this game coming up.
Number 6, football is life. It's FC Porto versus Benfica, and it is Fabio Vieira driving, going 5-hole on the goalie. How you like me now? FC Porto would win 3-1.
Number 5, back to college football, Tennessee and Purdue. Ton of offense in this game. O'Connell once again, this time to Payne Durham, who just refused to go down.
Oh, no thanks.
Just would not go down. He would not go down.
Nope.
Stiff arming guys inside the 5. And Purdue will go on to win at 48-45, but season's over for Tennessee. They might want to do some tackling drills, though.
Number 4, Tennessee Tech and Tennessee State. 0.7 on the clock. Put it up. Hey-o! Kobe. Gia Adams drains it from half court, and it's time to party. Tennessee State wins.
Number 3, Magic and Bucks. You don't see this much. Giannis Antetokounmpo on the business end of a top play. Wendell Carter Jr. putting it down on him. Bucks won the game, though. 136-118.
Still cool. Number 2, Michigan State, Pittsburgh in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. Peyton Thorne. Watch him fake the handoff. Give it to Jalen Naylor. Nailed it! just stretched out one hand and hurls that baby in like a good Chick-fil-A meal. I could use a six-pack.
And at number 1, Missouri and South Carolina. Missouri had never beaten a number 1 team, but Lauren Hansen says now we have. She had 21. Missouri, unranked, takes down the number 1 undefeated team in the country. And Lauren's number 1.
Come on in.
Experience Guillermo del Toro's Nightmare Alley. It's one of the best films of the year with the most unforgettable ending in decades.
Sometimes you don't see the line till you cross it.
Nightmare Alley, rated R, now playing only in theaters.
Hitting the road? Not all 5G networks are created equal. T-Mobile covers more interstate highway miles with 5G than Verizon.
You're simply the best.
T-Mobile, America's largest, fastest, most reliable 5G network.
5 breadsticks for my triple treat. 3 layers deep, 10 Cinnabon mini rolls to eat, and the pizza plus another pizza. The triple treat box, only from Pizza Hut.
Someone you can rely, who's always on your side. That's why there's Nationwide. That's why there's Nationwide. Nationwide is on your side.
Nerds. Hey, we got to get you geared up, superfan.
Game on. Let's compare here to there. Compare credit cards to find one that earns you cash back on jerseys that fuel the fandom. Compare and find a financial advisor so you can spend less time watching your investments and more time investing in your team.
Hit me. Oh!
Compare your way there. Find the smartest financial products for you on NerdWallet.
I gotta know who oven baked my bacon. Who did it? Tyler. Come on over here, man.
Oh, wow. Ow.
Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
So if I was a primetime game show host, could I stick with the Rogers rate?
Yeah. State Farm has rates that fit any budget.
Thanks, man.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Call or click to get a quote today. I am the most famous person in the entire world. Man, I'm still broke.
Experience the global phenomenon that has the whole world cheering.
I mean, when you put it like that.
Rated PG-13, now playing exclusively in movie theaters.
At Chewy, we know the only thing that changes when bringing home a new pet is everything. And we're here with everything to help you on that journey. We've got toys, treats and food, even prescriptions delivered right to your door. Get great prices and fast free shipping at Chewy.
They say your time will come. Well, who's got time for that? He doesn't. Neither do they. So whose time is it?
Wild Bruins on ESPN, Thursday, January 6th.
Can you believe this? Doug Flutie and Frank Thomas. You guys look great. Once I turn 40...
Let me guess, less energy? Less drive?
Definitely.
It's not your fault. It happens to every man. Testosterone levels drop as you age.
Happened to you guys?
Yep.
So what did you do?
We got Nugenix Total T.
To get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, text ROBUST to 231231. This unique man-boosting formula is powered by Testofen, a patented key ingredient clinically researched to help increase testosterone levels.
That does it. I gotta get Nugenix. Just send a text.
For a complimentary bottle. And by the way, she'll like it too.
Get your complimentary bottle of Nugenix now. Text ROBUST to 231231. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, with key ingredients to help you get back in shape fast. Absolutely free. That's ROBUST to 231231.
Welcome back to SportsCenter from Los Angeles.
Well, Ashley, 2021 has certainly given us its share of challenges.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to go right up until 2022. Thanks, Omicron.
Appreciate it, and possibly even beyond. But let's keep it light and positive, right?
Yeah.
There were so many wonderful sports moments, so that's what we're going to focus on now. Let's take a look at some of the top moments in sports.
There's something in the air.
We're underway. Showtime.
I love the silence. There's something coming. Let's go! I feel it. It all starts now. It all starts.
Makes the catch. Mookie Magic. Long three for the win. Oh, it's gone. What a finish. It's over. Sox for the win. David, beautiful move. Harper for the win. Oh, gosh, give me that. Oh, one of the highlights of the year. Oh, my goodness.
Now, what's camera I'm looking at? I'm in this one.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? When your brain goes numb, you can call that mental freeze.
Here goes Stewart. Oh, no!
Slow motion, yeah. I feel like an astronaut in the ocean.
Oh, my goodness. Thunder strikes.
Mental freeze when these people jump too much. Put that in slow motion, yeah. I feel like an astronaut in the ocean.
Champions!
The spirit of Hank Aaron pervades the space. He loved the Atlanta Braves.
The NBA selects Terrence Clark.
They're going to take the delay of game. What a moment here in Denver.
Who's the chair? I'm the chair.
Nothing lasts forever, does it? But I've had some wonderful years.
You're in the Hall of Fame now. I'm so proud of you. Kobe, Bean, Bryant.
We're more than athletes.
Plenty of times where I wanted to give up, and you surround yourself with the right people, and it's moments like this that you appreciate.
My name is Simone Biles, and I am a survivor of sexual abuse.
Her international career is over. I can't believe I'm sitting here.
Someone upstairs was taking care of me.
I want to take a quick moment to say that I'm gay. I'm going to do my best and do my part to cultivate a culture that's accepting, that's compassionate.
I've had a really weird year. Even if I lost, I would have felt like I was a winner.
Phil defeats Father Time.
I've been doubted a lot just because of my size. It's always been about not really proving them wrong, proving to myself what I can accomplish.
Stephen Curry, the all-time three-point king in the NBA.
That's the biggest upset in the history of the sport.
Major title number 20.
I'm almost glad I got knocked down. Show me how to get back up from this here road.
Lewis Hamilton, it's 100 race victories.
I was counted out.
From the first four to the final four.
Though y'all can watch me rise and feel me now. My dreams and all my pain.
The GOAT has awoken.
This fire inside of me is burning hot. Get ready for the comeback, comeback, comeback.
Arizona is not dead yet.
Comeback.
Deflected up in the air. Caught touchdown, South Dakota. Oh my gosh.
Who the best?
I'm the best.
It is goal.
Get ready for me.
750 for the Great Eight.
disrespect.
One kid hits her in the face and one kid hits her on the elbow.
Lightning has struck twice. Stanford National Champions.
I think sometimes you don't have to tell your story, time will. And I think that's something that I've lived by.
For the first time ever, is champion of the world.